The time is 7:33 p.m. and that is Thursday, the 3rd of March 2022. So I'm getting ready for my surgery. Yes, I actually had my eyelashes, so the doctors advised that I have to remove the eyelashes, and was even happy that I does not have my nails fixed, so it's gonna be easy. He's even complaining about my toes, that my toenails that were supposed to be painted. I was like, they should plaster it too, because nobody should use razor on it. But let's see how it goes by tomorrow. So I know I'm going to come out there alive, of course. It's not that something huge, something that everybody goes in there and come out. So I am definitely going to go in there and come out. Like I said, it is just like 7:35 p.m. 3rd of March 2022. I just said, next 12 hours I'll be in the theater. Another video once I come out. Yeah. Hello my consistent and beautiful viewers. Yes, it is about that time I share my story, my journey, and my testimony. Yes, I can now boldly admit that I did myectomy. If you don't understand the word myectomy, I will explain. I did an open surgery, abdominal open surgery, for me to remove fibroid, which is called myoma. Now, let me just tell you the story. During June last year, 2021, I was just having this kind of whatever that is more than normal when it comes to the life cycle of a woman. So I discussed with my sister. She was like, the best thing to do is for you to just go and do pelvic scan. After reluctantly, I just, okay, let me just go and try it. And while the radiography is just examining my abdomen and my pelvic, I heard him saying something about just telling the secretary to type something in the laptop. So I was like saying something, the big size is what, and was this one his size? I was like, sorry, is it for me? He said yes, that he just discovered that I have myomas. And if I tell you the size of the two big ones, you will scream blood of Zachariah. But let's just leave that aside. So after the scan and everything, while the result is out, when I was leaving, he just told me, are you single or married? I will not answer this particular question, but he just said, the best thing is for you to take it out and preserve your womb. I said, okay. While I was leaving the office door, I was already at the door. He called my attention. I turned. The doctor said, and I quote, do not go and take any herbal. Do not believe anything they want to tell you out there that it you can do to shrink it. Just go and do myectomy. I know here. I actually have a friend doctor. I still go and that was when I informed him. He was like, don't cry. Send me the test. After I sent him the lab results, he was like, yes, it is what it is. You have myomas and they are multiple. The only way is for you to do myectomy. Hey, but he was like, okay, just go and do second scan for me to confirm. I have no choice than for me to go and do second scan. These are all happening in June, July 2021. So I have to go and do the second scan. Trust me, this particular guy have to even find the size that is more than the size the former radiography actually discovered. So when I now sent the second result, he was like, just go and do surgery. Then I remember that second guy that did the pelvic scan was like, married or single? I still will not answer this particular question. And he was like, just go and remove it. So I asked him, can I conceive with this and the size? He was like, in our language, ego hard, but there is nothing God cannot do. But if you can, and if you can afford it, just go and take it out now and preserve your womb. Me, I get coconut head though. I know the hear word. And that was it. Now I need to tell you guys that I was in serious, severe pains. And I was losing blood every day. I was losing iron. I was losing potassium, but yet I was able to give you guys all the exclusive gist, all the analysis and updates and entertainment you need to know about Big Brother Naija. So still shine your eyes. Yes, even in my pains, I was still battling to still stay awake, to get all the juicy details and to make you guys happy. So people that have been in the comment section telling me sometimes you are breathing too hard, sometimes I don't understand your breathing. Madam, I was battling with fibroid. That was exactly what happened. So after the Big Brother, October, it was that bad. November, it was deteriorating. December, I planned to travel down to the east to have fun. I have weddings, I have burials. I even booked my flight ticket. Guess what? Towards the day that I was supposed to leave, I could not. The sickness intensified. I was moving in. I totally forgot that I actually have myomas. So I'm moving in from different hospital. They will check everything. They did not see anything. Blood culture test, nothing.
full blood count, nothing. But once I do my PCV, if you don't know what PCV is, it has to do with you knowing your blood level. It keeps on going down. You can go today, you see 32. If you go 2 days later, 30, 28, 26. I was constantly on a blood and iron and potassium capsules and supplements. It was not even helping matters. And that was when I remember, oh, if you have myoma, why not just go and take this thing out? And that was when I now decided it is time. But before then, I have to call out my friend doctor. But unfortunately for me, he is far away in teaching hospital just. He was like, you've not taken this thing out. I was like, it's not that easy. Do you know what it means for someone to go into theater and somebody's womb is going to be open, blah, blah, blah. It was like, yeah, are you scared that you're going to die? He said, no, 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 like that too. People don't die unless you already have underlying sickness or anything. But if you're fine, oh man, just to do this thing, it's not that hard. If you go and do this thing, he spent over 2 hours on phone convincing me to do it, and he even recommended the best, hear me, the best, if I should not use the word, perfect hospital to do this. Even when I do some inquiries, I have other options. I still call him that I spoke to this person and I spoke to that person. And they were like, I should go to this particular hospital or I should go to this particular hospital. And he said, that particular hospital I mentioned is where you should go. And that was it. After my February monthly period, I saw shaggy. I was literally crawling. If I'm not sure, I'm just walking with my head, and it was bad. All I needed was just hug and somebody should just say, give me your account number. I made up my mind that I am definitely not going to see my March cycle with this pain. It is time to do this myectomy, and off I go. I went there on Monday. I just saw the general doctor. I told her my problems and she said, no, in this particular hospital, you have to run the test. You have to do the scan before you go and see any gynae. I did the test on Thursday. The result came out. It was time for me to see the gynae. Though they actually wasted my time, but I said I will wait. So I waited. I saw the first gynae. So after everything, she was not telling me the advantages and the disadvantages of removing fibroid. So after our normal discussion, and she was like, you are ready to do the myectomy? I said, yes. It's okay. It's time for us to go and see the consultants. So we have to go to another office. That was when I walked in and I saw different consultants. I think they are supposed to be 5. Yes, I'm still going to mention the name of the hospital. I'm going to mention the name of the consultants. I'm still going to mention everything and all the detailed things you need to know about this myectomy process. But this is just a brief introduction. So after I walked into that place, the gynae that attended to me started, I didn't even know that every of the discussion that we are having, she was actually just noting things, jotting things down. So when she was started reading out everything, all the details, my age, when I discovered the fibroid, the pains that I'm feeling, and how I have made up my mind to do the surgery. So meanwhile, before we went to see the DC, there was something that she did. They call it opening of the cervix. And she have to discover if she can feel the bulge, the size or whatever. So at that point, she now mentioned that after doing, it has a name, but I don't know the name. Please, I'm not a medical practitioner. So she said, after she said that, one of the chief consultants was like, how will you say that you did not feel any bulge when the size is mentioned in that result? She was like, go and get the equipment. I am going to do that again. I shout Mobe. So they want to insert this hand in there again. Madam, lie down and let me check you. And they are going to do the opening of the cervix. They have to put their hand there to see if they can locate my womb to feel the size. Yes, that was the first. It is time to do the myectomy. So after everything, it was not easy. I have to battle the consultant. They literally have to grab my legs for that to happen. And the doctor said that the size of the fibroid is 14 weeks old baby. He was like, are you ready to remove it? I said, that is the only option, unless you just want to be battling it. And my own type of fibroid is intramural and submucosal. With this type of fibroid, you can just ask your Google or you can ask your gynae. You can never conceive. The submucosal will allow you conceive, but the baby will not grow. You will end up miscarrying it and evacuation can take place. Then intramural is either will never allow you to conceive, but if submucosal allow you to conceive, the intramural can lead it to ectopic pregnancy. It's either the submucosal makes you miscarry it, then the intramural will now make it an ectopic pregnancy, and you will still now go and do the same open surgery, and you might end up losing one of your tube. Don't you think that the best thing to do is for me to just do the myectomy? And I was like, I am damn ready, like absolutely ready. I was in the hospital on Thursday, and I just have only 1 week for me to run all the necessary tests and to make sure that I entered, because they said that the next theater is supposed to be the following day, Friday, and I wasn't ready because I have a series of tests to run it. They have to screen my liver, my heart, my kidney, my lungs, everything, even my blood level, the blood culture, the food test, HIV, blood donation. So I just have only 7 days to prepare. Am I ready? Yes. Do I have what it takes? Yes. The only thing is just remaining is for me to make sure that yes, this is what I want to do. And yes, the date was fixed. And it was Friday, the 4th of March, 2022. Thank you guys so much for just listening to my jargons, but it's going to help you. In my next video, I am going to explain how everything went in the theater, the admission, and every of the consultation that happened before the main surgery and my recovery. But today makes it the 19th days after I did the myectomy, and I should use the word 16 days after I was discharged.
They're supposed to give on the television. I guess they say some of them say they want
How you doing?